In every destiny journey, there is a night, a moment when everything feels quiet, confusing, and heavy. Before David wore the crown, he walked through one of the darkest nights of his life. This is the story of that night, the night that tested him, shaped him, and prepared him for the throne. David was never supposed to be a king, at least not in the eyes of men. He was the youngest son, the one kept in the fields, the boy forgotten when Samuel came looking for a king. Yet God saw what no one else saw, a heart that was humble enough to serve and bold enough to believe. But rising to greatness is never easy, and before David's crown came David's crisis. David served Saul faithfully. He played the harp to calm him. He fought battles for him. He defended the kingdom with loyalty. But jealousy is a dangerous seed, and Saul let it grow. One evening, Saul lifted a spear and threw it at David, not once, but twice. A king trying to kill the very man God had chosen. David fled into the night, confused, wounded, alone. This was David's darkest moment, not because he feared death, but because he couldn't understand why God allowed betrayal from someone he honored. David escaped to the cave of Adullam, a cold, silent, lonely place, a hiding spot for the broken. There he cried to God. Not as a warrior, not as a future king, but as a man whose heart had been pierced. He wrote words that still echo today. When my spirit grows faint within me, it is you who know my way. Psalm 142:3. The crown was promised, but the cave was real, and sometimes between promise and fulfillment there is a cave. David expected comfort. God sent something else. Everyone who was in distress, everyone in debt, and everyone discontented gathered to David. 1 Samuel 22:2. Not mighty warriors, not leaders, not noblemen, broken people, weak people, people society had pushed aside. Yet these were the men David would train into the strongest army Israel had ever seen. In David's darkest night, God brought light through unlikely people. The cave did not destroy David, it transformed him. He learned that the crown is not given to a man who has never cried, strength is not built in comfort, and destiny is not shaped in palaces, but in caves, deserts, and lonely nights. Every king has a night. Every purpose has a breaking point. Every chosen person walks through a season where nothing makes sense. But the night is not the end. It is preparation. Because the battle before the crown is always the most painful and the most important. So if you are in your own cave today, your own quiet, confusing, difficult night, remember David. God does his greatest work in hidden places. Your darkest night may be the doorway to your destiny. Stay faithful, stay patient. Morning is coming.